opportunity, yes. Being great, there's ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight there. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. Submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teething. You can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act evil. Preparation meets opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you imagine and bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's best.
It's week 7 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Texans and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And just shedding him off there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a young man making his first NFL start.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation, making his first NFL start.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. You just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete.
You look at the Steeler defense.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So he got one there. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Now 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution.
And got his man complete. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs.
It's a foot race.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw here. To the right side and caught by Dell. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, nice move. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. I call it no gain there on the first down play. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw again. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
So he thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. The whole group was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
Finds Pickens out right.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Hayward in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this is going to remain a one-point game.
Acrisure Stadium opened back in 2001. And has tormented kickers ever since because it's one of the toughest venues in the league to connect from deep, especially when you're driving towards the open end of the stadium. He had the leg for it, just couldn't get it lined up properly.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, first and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Here now, second and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Houston set to take over.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play. First down, Houston.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Now back to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Alex Highsmith
coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw here.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Holding on to the lead at this stage stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On play action, they'll throw.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Texans.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Pass interference. Defense.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Will Wilson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
They'll look to throw again.
That is caught by Dell. And he's wrangled down right at the 45, but they're into enemy territory. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a throw here to his running back. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Right back to him on first. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that would prove to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.